Hey there, folks. I want to talk about the skill of selling, and this is going to be particularly useful to people who are involved in service-based businesses. It's also useful to people who sell products, but I want to talk about selling from a service. You know what? It really doesn't matter because the principles are the same. When I began my business career 20 years ago, that was in 2005. It was actually 2004, but I really kicked in 2005. 2004 was when I started network marketing. I did network marketing for a year and then realized it and learned the skill of selling, and then transitioned into independent consulting at that time. So when I started sales, I worked for a company that sold door-to-door TV subscriptions. Those of you who are in the US, you'll be familiar with DirecTV. I think it's still DirecTV. I've not checked, but I think it's still DirecTV. And so I sold, the company I worked for sold DirecTV subscriptions, and I was one of the sales guys who went into neighborhoods and knocked on doors. And I learned a lot during that process, and that has been the foundation of my professional career ever since then, all through my consulting career. And the foundation of selling comes down to understanding what pains your customers or your clients face. You see, many people try to sell, or they look at sales from a place of convincing, and when you ask some people to define or explain what selling is, they'll tell you, to convince somebody to buy your product or service. No. Selling is not about convincing. Selling is about positively educating, and through that influencing people to make the decision that they already want to make. And what is that decision that they want to make? They want to buy a solution to improve their current situation, whatever that is. So they already want to solve their problem. They already want to fix the situation. And if it's whether it's a TV, if coming back to the DirecTV example, people had the alternative at the time was Comcast, and we were getting people to switch from Comcast to DirecTV, and people were switching because DirecTV had cheaper subscriptions, number one. Number two, they had certain channels that Comcast didn't have, and so I don't remember all the benefits and all the advantages anymore, because it's been so long. But there were some advantages and benefits over Comcast that people wanted. On the other hand, Comcast had some advantages over DirecTV, and so you had to find the pain that people were facing with Comcast, and then help them see how DirecTV was the solution to their problem. And that goes with any other product or service. You got to firstly find what it is that people don't like about their current situation. Sometimes it's a current service, sometimes it is the problem itself that they're still facing. Sometimes it is the solution that they're receiving to that problem is not adequate. So your job is to listen as a business professional, as a sales professional. Your job is to first listen. Ask the right questions. Sales is about asking the right questions. You know, I had learned this early on, but then it really came to life for me when I began to train as a professional coach in 2015. You know, and today I work as a professional executive coach, as a business coach. I'm a certified Marshall Goldsmith executive coach right now, and I provide leadership, and I still do business coaching and consulting. So asking the right questions is key to being able to sell your product or service. Because when you know your product or your service in and out, and you now ask the right questions and get your prospect to explain what their pains are, what they're suffering with, what their problems are, you then see how your solution helps solve that problem. So let's say you're in the restaurant business, and you want to, and get people to patronize your restaurant. Well, what could you do? A number of things. When people visit, maybe passerbys, you get them to try a sample, and you start by, do a quick survey. What did you like about this? What do you like about where you currently eat? What don't you like about where you currently eat? Or sometimes it's about not the quality of the food, but the time it takes. And so by engaging with your customers, you learn that they come to you because your turnover time is faster. And that's the problem they face wherever they are now. Or, maybe you offer catering service and you have more options, or you cook healthier meals. All of these things you can find to be solution to people's problems if you ask them. So one of the things I encourage clients to do, especially if you're in the restaurant business, whether you've been existing for a long time or you just open up, conduct a survey with the people who come. You can run other promotions to bring people into the restaurant, but promotions won't keep them there. It is the quality of the service and your ability to influence and meet their needs, that's what's going to keep them in. So run the promotions to bring them, and then you conduct surveys to establish what their pains are and what's going to bring them back. And then you educate them on how they can solve their problems, or how you can help them solve those problems. If we take this and put it into the situation of a consultant business, the same thing. Why are they even considering hiring a consultant at this time? What have they done before to solve that problem? Why didn't it work? Why do they think it didn't work? And when you ask these questions, they will tell you exactly what you need to know. Whenever I was involved in a consulting interview, a conversation, a business conversation, these were the questions that I asked. These are the questions that I still ask. If you're hiring a consultant right now for a particular reason, question is, why now? Why are you considering me? Who have you tried before? And if I happen to know that you've tried solving this problem once before, then why didn't it work out then? These are questions that I'm going to ask you. And these are questions that I would expect you to answer me, because then they help me understand how to position myself. So literally, your client or your customer, your potential client or customer, your prospect, if you will tell you what you need to know to influence them in making the decision that they already want to make. And that is to find a better solution or solution to the problem that they face, which you happen to be. So I hope this helps. I hope you gather something from it. If this is something that has been helpful to you, let me know in the comments below. Drop your insight. Let me know one insight you gathered from this, and ask any questions you have, and I'll be glad to answer them. All right, catch you next time.